I once relocated to Zimbabwe and I came back very fast. Okay. So if someone tells me about going back to Zimbabwe, I think twice about it because I have a very bad experience. Very, very bad. So you will never understand my situation until probably I tell you what I went through. Okay. I lost money. I've said, I think in one of the videos, I lost a lot of money. I lost so much money. And the areas that I wanted to venture into, I was not given the license to practice to go into healthcare, for example. I was told this is a protected area. You cannot get into it. You need to be working alongside someone who is already working. There are people who are allowed to be working in such um, departments. Okay, some areas that you know that these are very lucrative, they're very good. I wanted to bring my experience and make sure that at least I improve the healthcare user experience so people can choose where they want to go and get treated and whatever services I was going to offer. But that didn't work. Okay. I was so upset to the point that one day I just woke up and said to my mom, "Mom, where's my passport?" She was keeping my passport that time. And then I said to her, "I'm going back." My mom said, "I told you that you came too early, right? You came too early. There was nothing for you here yet. You came too early. You need to go replan." And because of that, because of the amount of money that I lost, I don't want to say it. It's a ridiculous amount of money. I lost it through corruption, through some of the services that I thought I was gonna get, but I was just conned. That men went. I went into very very high profile offices and spoke to people who were called influential, and it didn't work. And I was referred to people who actually didn't make my life even miserable. Right? It didn't work for me. Some people would say, "Oh, you don't need to know anyone for the things to work in Zimbabwe." You're lying to yourself. You really have to be connected. If you don't want to be connected, you'll be doing these other things that you don't need policies put in place. You need licenses to practice. Then those areas you can easily do them without any problem. But the areas that are regulated, you must be joking me. You really have to be connected heavily for you to be in it. They won't let you in. That's the truth. It didn't work for me. I was so angry. I came back to UK and for 10 years, I never set my foot in Zimbabwe. That's how angry I was. 10 years. I grieved for 10 years the money that I lost for trying to be in Zimbabwe. And some people were trying to be, "Oh, you didn't plan, you just prayed about it." Do you think I'm that crazy? That I'll just go to Zimbabwe and just believe God is going to make work things for me without even putting a plan in place. "Oh, you didn't plan about it. You need to plan." We see you doing your videos on social media. We take some lessons from it. I'm telling you my story, my experience. That's my experience. Okay? Well, that's that. 10 years never set my foot in Zimbabwe. That's how angry I was. And then my sister was unwell. And I was forced to go back home. That's the reason why I went, because my sister was unwell. And I thought, you know what? I need to go and see what's going on. But my mom kept on saying, "Tandy, things are not okay here. You need to come and see the situation. The situation is not good." So that's why I ended up going. I said, "You know what? Let me go." I said, "Let me go and see what's going on." I went. Healthcare. Guys, the healthcare system in Zimbabwe, it needs someone who's got a heart, someone high up in power, who just gives a word and revamp everything. From the staff who are supposed to be working, the staff members, the nurses, healthcare staff, they are so rude. The rudest people I've ever seen in Zimbabwe are people working in healthcare. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I've never seen anything like that. Not all of them, but some of them. Each time I was crying for my sister when she was going on hospital, I was like, "Oh my God, how was the day? How is the day going to be like today?" I always asked you, "How was today?" She'd just say, "Oh, Tande, don't worry, it's okay. That's what it is here in Zimbabwe." The staff, please, guys, if you're in healthcare, don't do that. Okay. There is nothing in the hospitals. You put your patient, your relative in hospital, you provide everything. Everything. If I say everything, everything from medication, you pay for the doctor to see the person, everything you pay for it. Everything. There is nothing that you get for free. Not even a single paracetamol painkiller. You don't get it. You pay for everything. Right? You pay for everything. I was offering to go and um, make sure my sister's washed, she's fed, and everything like that. And otherwise, there was no reason for her being in hospital. She was better off at home. So when I was home, I made sure that she's home at home with him because I would give the care. Talk about the consultant fees. Even if they know that this person is not going to make it, you will never hear them talk about palliative care. They don't talk about that. Palliative care, you know that this person is not going to make it because of the condition that they have. Better be treated at home. They won't tell you that. They'll milk the last up to the last penny that you have. Even some of the healthcare staff, they'll be telling you, we are selling cannulas. Do you have cannula? Do you need a cannula? At one point, I was sitting in a consultant medical rooms. Someone was called at home to bring a cannula. We had to wait for someone to drive from the house, bring their own cannula, pay them $450 that time, give them that cash at hand, and proceeded into the medical rooms for the procedure that was meant to be done. Guys, what a life. What a life. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. Anyway, everyone is trying to capitalize on it. Everyone. They are selling IV fluids. They are selling drips. They are selling the healthcare staff, the ones who work on the ground. Of like, if you need some cannulas, we sell them. Competitive prices. We have this one and this price, the other one this much. They are selling them. That's a business. So the healthcare business, they are making money from sick patients. Okay, they tell you to buy something, whatever you want to, whatever is needed. They are selling it, and I'm thinking, how is this? How is this possible? Why is this like this? Huh? Things like drips, cannulas, all those kind of cannulas. They should stock them in the hospitals. Of course, we can pay, and they say then it's done. How come someone is being called at home? Can you bring those cannulas? Can you bring that IV cannula? Can you bring those bottles? Can you from the house? That's crazy. They'll never tell you that your relative is not going to make it. They will keep on transferring you from one ward to the other, and they'll be charging the hospital fees, whatever is required. They don't care. It's a shame. I think the doctors have to be able to say to someone, you know what, to tell the relatives that, you know what, because of the situation, I don't think this person is going to make it. We cannot proceed. I think that's fair for everybody. That they can take their relative home and then just give the palliative care. Okay, if it's painkiller that they are going to give, they're just focusing on painkiller, not on paying consultants again for them to be reviewed, getting bloods again. That you know that these bloods are not going to change anything. This person is going. Okay, they want a catheter put in. Of course, catheters they will need it. Of course, definitely. But some other things are not necessary. They are not necessary. They should be confident to say, you know what, your relative, I think she's reached her destination. She's actually in her last days. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going just to make sure she's comfortable or is comfortable. You go make the most with her, be with her, pray with her at home. Just make sure her pain is controlled. That's what we need to hear. We don't want them to tell us that, oh, bring this, she needs this investigation, she needs the other investigation, she needs this medication, and yet they know that is it. Is it because they lack confidence, or is that's their way of making money? Can someone answer me? Is it because they're not confident to tell the families that their relatives is dying? Is it difficult to say? If you are a really top-notch consultant, you know that this person is not going to make it because of the diagnosis they have, because of the condition that they have. Is it difficult to say? I think they need to review these guys, because some people, with the way people are suffering in Zimbabwe, you don't want to get an unnecessary bill for a relative who the doctors know is not going to make it. They have to be comfortable and confident to say, these are the options. Okay, if you want to keep on going with the treatment, it's up to you. But from our diagnosis, reviews, and everything, this is the end of it. The family will decide what they want. Do they want to keep on pumping money and trying things, or do they want to go by what the doctors are saying? Then it's up to families. I think if they review that, it's going to be easier for everybody. Not everyone can afford the hospital fees. The hospital expense, guys, is not fun. It's not a joke. When I look at someone who is selling tomatoes in the street, I cry. I was crying the whole time I was in Zimbabwe. And I was thinking, and look at that person. I said, if something happens to this person, that's the end of him. The hospital fees. Anyway, I just thought, like, you know what? I need to rant. Because I have never ranted. I think I've ranted when I came from Zimbabwe. My sister wasn't feeling well after my sister passed on. And I was very angry with the nurses. But now I just thought, you know what? I need to just let it out. This is about how things are run, the healthcare system. Doctors not telling families that their relatives are not going to make it. They keep on taking money. Pay this, pay for that, pay for that, pay for that. Please, just be honest with us. We are okay with it. If it's time, it's time. Don't keep on taking money from us. It's difficult to get money, guys. We don't have it. Okay. I hope this is going to help someone, or maybe spark a debate in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Tell me about your experiences, guys. I hope things are going to get better. Okay, bit by bit. You take care.